Next question here is, if you could give someone, this is a really good time to ask you questions because I'm going to really be candid. If you could only give someone a few things to begin to raise their frequency, what would they be? Okay, well, let me not be sarcastic. I was going to be like, okay, let's see. So let's answer the question. If I was going to only give them a few things, well, we started this in the beginning, and you're saying to actually give them something physically, because the main thing, as we've talked about before, like you need to go at the diet. Like, I mean, it's pretty detrimental because it's going right in your organs. And if you're ever talking to somebody and you're talking to them about consciousness, generally the next thing that they're going to do after they talk to you is go get something to eat. So it really makes it like the most primary thing to talk to them about what that they really are, what they eat, and they should really try some alternative fuels. And then I would get some Shilajit in them, to be honest, because the mineral set right now of human beings is so whack that's where the fortress breaks down, because the minerals are the metals, and the metals are like they're basically that and water. They're the vibratory field that's actually around the body that gives it the several layers that actually not only are like the protection or the shield, but they're also like the way in which the being is able to perceive the reality. So when you're missing certain mineral sets, you can't even like perceive certain parts of the reality because you don't have the resonators. And water, good water, is one of our last gifts that we can still run really decent filters right now that even remineralize water and put it in order. And since, after you go get that eat, you probably gonna go get a drink. Most of the time it's not water for people, right? But the water, it's just, these are the gifts, and they were here to purify us. And then lastly, that air, because there was nothing that I said to do first that we were going to be able to live without for the next 3 days tops, or maybe a little bit longer. But always know that if you ever wanted to answer this question yourself, you just ask yourself, what are the things that you cannot do without for a very short period of time? And if you wanted to school folks, you would find a way to school them about those things. So it's like breath, that comes first, right? Because we hold the breath too long, it's a wrap. Then the water, then the food. You see what I mean? And then those are the three things.